All right, all right. What's up, folks? We are live. We are live. Let's get into it. Let's get into it, man. Let's talk about this fight, man. The some odd shit that I was observing in this fight. For one, Mario Barrios should never be champion. The dude is garbage. Dude is extremely trash. Never seen a champion like that. And it's one of the main reasons I didn't even care to even want to call that fight. Like I like to tend to call fights and do the play-by-play. I didn't think nothing of this fight. But I was catching it as I was doing other stuff. I wasn't going to sit still to watch this fight. I was going to be doing other stuff. So I sat there, watched it on the phone. And as I'm watching it, man, it was just glaring shit with Ryan Garcia. For one, the dude never got tired in this fight, threw a lot of punches. There's no resistance coming from Mario Barrios, who's a fighter who takes risks, takes chances, goes through the fire, takes the abuse to try to get his punches off. He couldn't do nothing against Ryan. He was dropped in the first, 20 seconds of the damn fight, but he was able to stay in there. I think Ryan was looking for that punch a little bit too much. It never coming back. But the fact that he did get out here and box, and he was active as a boxer. He was active, got his punches off with a fighter who really didn't pose any threat, didn't really come at him. Barrios didn't even listen to any of the instructions of his trainer. He wouldn't move forward, continue to move back. Moving back in a straight line, getting himself pieced the hell up. But once again, Ryan Garcia never fading out. The fact that Ryan Garcia goes in this fight, I was shocked because as I'm thinking, I'm like, I don't never remember seeing his father training him, let alone going into a championship title fight, and the father is the trainer. I don't remember seeing that. Real odd shit to me. And there were statements that I hear from the Chris Maddox, the Sergio Moro dudes, and the other guy on the panel with them, speaking about Ryan not getting tired, not fading out, Henry pushing, give him some more water, take some more water, and shit like that. I wonder if drug testing was conducted in this damn fight, because it is odd as fuck to see Ryan go from the height of what he did in the Devin fight. And even in that fight, seeing Ryan kind of fading a little bit, fatiguing in that fight, then watching him going into the Rolly Romero fight and looking very flat, and then coming into this fight and he's energized. He had the Energizer Bunny battery in his back. Sting from above in the building. Salute, salute. Boxer Sparring said Ryan looked good. He looked good against whack-ass Barrios. Barrios, who is just trash, don't understand how Barrios is ever a champion. But the fact Barrios is constantly in big fights, Barrios puts up a little bit of resistance against fighters. He's fought, even when he fought Tank, Barrios put up a good fight against him. When Barrios fought Manny Pacquiao, who I think was juiced as well, he ended up putting up a fight, continue to battle with him, and didn't he get into the battle with Keith Thurman and shit? Didn't they battle it out? So I don't think like nothing others do. It's like, how the fuck is this dude sitting on the title? How the hell is Barrios sitting on the title? And then how the hell does Ryan go into a fight with his father training him and he becomes a fucking champion? And then he goes to this fight looking crazy with the fucking stamina and output that he put on. And then Boxer Sparring says his motor was definitely different this fight, says then his last fight against Rolly. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. It was like nonstop stepping on the gas. I think they were having to kind of hold it back to kind of play it off. And it goes back into, and it's crazy when me looking at Ryan do this shit. I was watching old Olympic videos from the 88 Olympics. I was looking at with Flojo. I think she ran that same Olympics as Carl Lewis in them. Looking at her. Then I was looking at the video with Carl Lewis when he raced against Ben Johnson. And I was watching the follow-up video with Ben Johnson years later, and Ben Johnson was in there speaking about the level of cheating scientifically, and about how he was stating that they have drugs that you can put in your system, and within 15 minutes of you going through your full burn, full workout, that shit is out of your damn system and undetectable. And I'm like thinking like, and I ain't one of these damn people going these conspiracies and these thoughts of people being PD cheaters without, the results. But the problem in boxing is that results come out sometimes at the fighters get in the fight and exit the ring. the fight is already completed, or sometimes they get results before the fighters get in the ring. You get promoters that'll hide shit, and I wouldn't trust shit from the WBC. So I wonder if there was even testing, and if Barrios is dumb enough to fucking go about not having drug testing conducting this fight, because he took a lot of punishment. Ryan beat a lot of the shit up out of him. Ryan beat the dog shit out of Barrios, and it probably took something off of Barrios if he was going to continue to go on with his career. He may have to sit out for a while. He took 12 rounds of an ass whooping, and then on top of Ryan Garcia punching him to the back of the damn head. And then Randy Major says Mario Barrios is the literal worst champion of all times. No lie, he's trash, bro. That's why I didn't dare to think to watch that shit. Says this fight is easy work for Shakur. Yeah, Shakur mopped the floor with Ryan Garcia. He'll mop the floor with him, but he can't take Ryan. He can't take Ryan light. He can't take Ryan lightly. But defensively, he's just too talented, man. Defensively, he'll piece Ryan up. Ryan is too basic, too straight up and down. The speed is a thing that with timing you'll break that. Shakur has good timing. Shakur has the one thing that affects a lot of the Mexican American fighters, and that's mobility. That's mobility. What is the boxing encyclopedia Curtis Anderson always say? Rhythm and perpetual motion, rhythmic and perpetual motion of the black fighter. And then Boxer Sparring says, did you see Mauricio Suleiman put I did see that shit. Put the motherfucking WBC chain around his neck on some rapper shit. Like welcome to death row, Ryan. He says it's a WBC chain on Ryan. Says if Ryan was black, says he'll have his matching watch and grill to go with the chain, man. Laughing out loud. Yeah, but Mauricio, it was despicable. I did not realize that it's the WBC that gives Ryan Garcia. I thought they were saying it's the WBA, but even as I was listening, I'm looking like, what stupid ass sanctioning body is putting the belt up for this shit? Like, how does boxing work that way? And it goes more towards the structuring of the damn sport. That's the most bugged out thing to me, on top of me wondering, I hope Ryan passes this damn test, but it was some glaring shit, especially going with Ryan having that history and, got himself suspended against the Devin fight of here you got Barrios holding the title. I don't know how Barrios got that shit, but then you have Ryan who fights Devin Haney, loses the title, suspended. Mauricio act like they addressed him for making the racial-related comments he made. Then he goes into his fight after suspension, fights Rolly, loses the Rolly, and he immediately jumps into the ring to face Barrios for a fucking title is insane. And then the fact he gets in here, and I don't know if that motherfucker was tested. -9 says, I'll never watch two refied beans eat this food, -9, with this ignorant shit, bro. It's fool, man. And then Night 3 Octave says Barrios versus Brian Norman Jr. Brian Norman shouldn't dare take the Barrios fight. I think there should be some other more competitive, because Barrios does nothing to prepare you for anybody. Barrios does nothing to prepare you. And I guarantee Ryan put a real hurting on Mario Barrios. Mario Barrios is going to lose some steps and some confidence. Like I was watching Barrios as he was afraid to throw punches. Barrios' arms start being like this. Like he was really afraid to throw shit. And then did they do a post-fight interview with Barrios? Did Barrios get to speak? Because I turned that shit. I mean, he didn't deserve to talk on the damn mic, but I wondered did he get to speak. But he was in that ring looking shook as fuck to even throw a punch. It was even getting to the points to where Goosen was getting so frustrated. Goosen was cussing. Was Goosen cussing out one of the people part of the commission? Because he was over in the corner spending about 20 seconds cussing somebody out in the ring who I think was at the commission. And then he went to telling Barrios, like, man, you got to keep stepping forward. You need to get on the inside. You need to do this. Ryan was so goddamn active that even when Barrios got on the inside, that's why he wasn't listening to Goosen. Because when he got on the inside, here now Ryan connecting to the body, working on the inside, hitting them with uppercuts. And then when he got too far on the inside, Ryan punched him in the back of the head. So he wasn't fucking with it. He wasn't fucking with nothing. That fool didn't throw probably 50 punches in this damn fight. That fool was Adrian Broner in this motherfucker. And the box spar in the -9 says, stop being dumb. Says you're gonna watch Navarrete versus Sugar Nueve. What is how you say the name? I don't even know how to say that Spanish name. Nunez. Sugar Nunez says next week, clown. And he says, what up with Hitchens, bitch ass? Oh, I need to do a video on that hoe ass dude. But he was looking like a smoker yesterday. That's what these fools. That's the clown shit with these skinny ass divisions, man. These motherfuckers already skinny than a motherfucker. And they too big for the waist. They trying to fucking get advantages over people and shit. Rather than moving up. So here this fool Hitchens yesterday. He didn't look sick. He looked skinny than a motherfucker. But I think when he was seeing how easy Duarte's made the weight and how full and regular Duarte was, I think he was scared. I think he may have got scared, or who knows? He probably did fuck his system up, cutting all that goddamn weight, knowing he too damn big. What weight division is that at? Is that one? What weight class is that at? Hold on, let me see Richard Hitchens. Let me see if somebody write that shit in there before I go to look this shit up. But it's clown shit. It's like, why would you want to deal with boxers like this? Why would you want to deal with boxers like that? And I won't even talk about these damn promoters because he said, 140. So that means Hitchens belong at 147. So Hitchens belong at 147. It's time to fucking move up. Stop playing. You can't make the weight. Get your ass to 147. He who knows? He probably bound to be 154. He bound to be a 154 fighter. He's sitting in that stage in there looking like fucking the damn the crypt keeper and shit. Looking skinny and stupid than a motherfucker. To try to get an advantage on weight by fighting as low as he can get, to ballooning up in weight, and then gonna fuck himself over. Fool gets sick than a motherfucker. All the anorexic ass fools. Says he talked all that shit, says, and was dancing at the weigh-in, says, just to puss out on fight night. Says, New York, come get your man straight pussy. Says junior welterweight is the division where Hitchens at. Yeah, Hitchens a clown, man. It's like he like the Kid Austin dude. And then so now you fuck this other fighter out of his money. You go into this shit. Now this fighter who done trained his ass off is fucked out of money. That's the cold part about that damn boxing shit. The cold part about it. I can't wait to see Carissa fight tomorrow because the way Franchon acting, the shit Franchon is saying, I hope Carissa beat the shit out of him. But then again, she can't take Franchon lightly and shit. Franchon definitely for a while ain't gonna be one of them girls that Carissa just blazes through, which I think it'd be competitive for a while and shit. I want to see how that fight turned out. It'll be a shocker if she knocked Carissa out. But she really that lesbian shit came out on Franchon. She owned Carissa. She owned Carissa motherfucking ass, man. She want to be papoose in the ring with her. She definitely trying to get to her and shit. But yeah, Hitchison, man, is a straight up clown. All them dudes, they run their mouths too much. They talk too much shit. They do all this shit to try to sell fights when none of that shit is necessary. And then they do this shit. Squeezing themselves down the places they don't belong and shit. You belong at 147. You're going to pretty soon be a 154 fighter. You're trying to wait your time out to get the more dangerous guys in these divisions up out of there because these younger dudes are afraid of these dudes unless they see they have advantages over some of these dudes. It's just simple as that. And then that's why I don't cover much boxing. I still like the sport, but I just don't like the dudes in it currently. These dudes is garbage. Garbage as fuck. Want to see what Dana and Turkey can do. I like the move Dana pulled on clown ass Eddie Hearn, who is now hurt. And I hope they pull every fighter over there from Eddie Hearn because Eddie Hearn doesn't deserve to be in this sport. This sport needs to separate itself from Eddie Hearn. And the fact that Conor Benn pulled, which is really a scumbag move. Conor Benn is definitely a scumbag for that. But then again, Conor Benn is like they say, this ain't personal, it's business. So on the other side, no, he's just doing what's right for him. It's simple as that. All that loyalty shit is out the window because there definitely ain't no loyalty with motherfucking these promoters. And now the promoters have to compete. And if you want to compete, now the balance kinds of shift. The balance right now is in the hand, not the control. The balance is in the favor of these fighters who are in contract negotiations with these other goddamn promotional outfits. The balance of power is there because you got these new guys entering the sport, and these guys are bidding themselves to capture fighters and put on fights. Now, the only difference is they're going to make these dudes fight. They're going to do what was the one mistake with the PBC and not make their guys fight while paying them. Now it's time to start anteing the fuck up. And you had Eddie Hearn, who has done all this shit to, keep Conor Ben with money coming in his pocket. Keep him away from being suspended like that. Fucking when he should have been banned from the damn sport over the PD shit. Eddie Hearn getting him through that, getting him the Eubanks fight, helping him make money off of that shit. Building a career for this dude. Conor Ben ain't fought not a dare motherfucker in the damn division. He ain't fought nobody. And anytime he finishes a fight fighting some well past their prime fighter, what he does, call out some other well past their prime, ready to retire ass fighter. Never calling out the young names, none of that shit. And then even when you seen he was getting to talking shit when he thought Crawford was at the point of retiring shit, he started trying to call out Crawford and shit. And that one time when Crawford stepped to him, Derek Chisora was there too. Derek Chisora called him out like, look at you acting like a bitch. You did all that shit talking. Look at you trying to be friends with him and shit. And then Boxy Sparring says Boxiana and Nick J said they saw Duarte at the gym on Thursday night. Says walking on the treadmill and he looked in shape. Says he looked in shape. Said they saw Hitchens after the weigh-in and they said he looked drained and sick. Yeah, he fucked himself over. He messed himself up because even when he was on that stage, he looked like an AIDS patient on some real shit. That's why he took his glasses off to hand them over to somebody so he can do the stare down with Duarte. Duarte started laughing. When Duarte starts seeing them jaw muscles tensing up, like, oh yeah, this fool a little nervous and shit. His breathing fucked up. He trying to tense up to mask that shit. Yeah, I got him shook. He can't even stand still up here that long. He ready to pass out. So Duarte know that, but it's messed up. You fuck his money over like that. I don't know how that work. If a fighter pull out, do you get to take some money from him or do he get fined? -9 says Carissa is a trans woman. That's -9 for you with some motherfucking crazy shit to say. I like Clarissa's confidence because she definitely thinks she's prettier than what she is. And I like that. I like that because she still got some things to do to put herself together because it's there. She can. That's the thing with the beauty of a lot of the chicks is that you just gotta know how to put it together. You gotta know how to put that shit together. Like Alicia Baumgartner be over the top with her shit, but Alicia know how to put that shit on. Plus, she just naturally pretty than a motherfucker. She naturally pretty. Carissa getting there. Carissa is definitely getting there and shit. But her attitude, that loud shit she talk, man, I guess Papoose likes that kind of shit. I don't know how that fool deal with chicks like that. That nigga like them old rough around the edges ass bitches, man. That shit kind of weird to me. The Remy Ma shit, all that crazy shit. But I like the fact that Remy ass crying like a motherfucker. She regret doing that whole ass shit she did. Oh, ungrateful hoe. She regret that shit. But yeah, folks, that's all I got on this one. I just wanted to talk about that, man, because it was a glaring thing with me when I'm watching this fight with Ryan Garcia and the fact that his father is a fucking trainer. You bring your dad in to train you. I thought you always had other trainers. I ain't never know this motherfucker Henry Garcia to be a trainer. I think he trained Ryan early on in his career. And Ryan started bringing these other dudes in. Now you got your dad doing this shit and leads you to your first championship. And then he handed the belt over to his dad. So I don't even know how to wear a championship belt. I've never been a champ. But he becomes a champ when Barrios sorry ass holding the belt because Mauricio sets the shit up like that. Because Mauricio ain't shit. And it goes to show why fighters should never pay for sanctioning fees. A fighter, so it shows why Shakur, who happened to be in attendance, why Shakur was correct on that shit about the sanctioning fees, and why Terrence Crawford is correct on the sanctioning fees, Deontay Wilder in them comments on the sanctioning fees, Andre Ward in them comments on the sanctioning fees. Even Tank talking about what the belts don't matter. They don't. Fuck them belts. Because if a nigga like Ryan Garcia can get an opportunity like he got, and Mauricio probably ain't gonna even ask him to give anything. And hell, Ryan probably ain't got to pay a sanctioning fee for tonight's belt because he's La Raza. He ain't gonna have to pay no fee. He ain't gonna have to pay for that damn chain he put on his neck. He gonna be happy to have Ryan because they believe Ryan is a superstar. Ryan is not a superstar. Nobody talked about this fight, but then again, you got Chad and them calling out the fight, but nobody talked about this fight. This fight was not a big fight. Wasn't a fight that shifted the needle for boxing fans. Ryan Garcia is not a superstar. It ain't shift the needle for nothing here in Vegas. Vegas is still dried the fuck out. Vegas may look crowded for people who don't live here and think they see a lot of people out here, but Vegas is still dry, still dead than a motherfucker. Ryan is not a star. And I guarantee you the ticket pricing for this fight event weren't very expensive fight tickets. Pay-per-view numbers weren't not out of the park ticket numbers. Venue gate numbers weren't out of the park ticket sale numbers. The fool is not that big of a superstar at all. The fact that you watch a champion go in here and get shut out fucking 12 complete rounds is crazy. From a guy coming off a loss, a guy coming out of a suspension, like a guy who ain't never whooped nobody ass in this fashion, with his father training him against a champion, is crazy. Shit makes no sense. But that's all I got, folks. I'm out of here, man. I'm gonna probably go live for that Carissa Shields fight tomorrow. I definitely want to call that one. But I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.